never done anything close to a standing ovation.
Not even from a bear?
And
It's me,
so,
Bear.
boy, did anybody ever have any idea that this and all the people out in Facebook land and bear.org land, that this would happen. I mean, it's just beyond our dream. We put a den cam in. Well, it was our first opportunity in 10 years where a bear den where there was electricity and telephone. So, well, first we asked the BBC if they'd be interested in a den cam. They hemmed and hawed too long. So I called my old friend Doug Hychek, whose idea was the previous documentary, The Man Who Walks with Bears, and that launched him into a new career. He's a man of many careers, a good story in himself, but he became a major TV program producer. His latest series that he's done is on History Channel, Monster Quest. He's the one that, it was his idea, and he's the producer. And so, and he's got a whole team around the world working on this stuff. And so he says, thank you for the opportunity. He put together an international team, and then he showed up with a team. Sue and I put the camera in the den, and we were off. And then people had, for a couple of years, been suggesting Facebook. And we thought, no, we don't have the people. It's just really basically Sue and me doing the stuff for the research. And so anyway, somebody in South Africa put up the page. We didn't even know about it. And so then it grew, like you know. But before I go further, I want to introduce the most important person in my life. And that's my wonderful wife, Donna, of course. And she does far more behind the scenes than anybody would ever dream. Just does it quietly, no recognition, and it's the same way she works in the community. And she, in fact, without her, there would be no Bear Center. I'm sorry to do this to you, but you've got to talk.
I would love to talk, especially to correct something that he told Beth that just isn't quite true. His favorite food is not banana cream pie. It is the food that's on somebody else's plate. I would like to say my main reason for coming up is to tell you thank you for everything that you have done. It's been outstandingly, amazingly wonderful. All the cards, the beautiful handmade cards that you have sent, and the words in the cards, and I have looked at very many of them, and we are very thankful for your support in that way. The encouragement and financial support is just unbelievable, so thank you very, very much for all of that. I did want to say he's always been the bear man to me, but when we were first married, he was doing deer research, and that was very interesting. And once again, he was the top person doing that because he had unique ways of doing the deer research. He would let the deer run free and follow them instead of taking them out on a leash to see what they eat. And that was a new concept, and it worked very well, and he learned many things. And he can tell you better how that correlates with his bear research. But there are piles and piles of data at the research center, and he could not do it alone. And that's where Sue has come in, and she has been I just can't tell you what a miracle she has been for him because of all that she does. And all the data that is being analyzed and recorded, that's all going into the Bear Center. And Donna Andrews does not want to come up here and speak, but she has been there day and night, putting everything together and coordinating everything. And it's amazing what she does. I'm very more than you know, is only because before the Bear Center opened, for some reason there was a door that allowed the melting snow to come in, and after we waxed the floor 7 times and it had dried, then the water flushed in the door, everything melted, and there we were. I think Sharon Johnson and I were cleaning up the first shift up to 12, and then everybody went home, and Sarah was mopping up 6 inches of water on the floor there. So that's my biggest claim to fame. And it's not anything like what anybody else here has done, so I don't want to take any more time. Al has been there with the kids and all the volunteers, Judy and Peggy, for doing all that you do. And I will forget someone, and I'm sorry if I am doing that because I didn't intend to say names, but I do thank everyone. And thank you for coming very much. I know you've come very far, and I appreciate very much all that you've done.
Thank you, Howard. Thank you.